Okay, so if you're watching this video, then hopefully you have already done one of my quick little 10 to 15 minute lessons. Today we're doing Unit 10, Lesson 1 of World Geography, and it's Physical Geography. So let's first take a look at our vocabulary words. And if you remember, the part in pink is what I'm going to read to you. The parts in yellow, green, and other colors are your answers for when we get to your questions. I'm going to help you with your questions. Maybe not as much as I helped you last time, but I am still going to help you while we get used to this new system. Okay, so what is an escarpment? An escarpment is a steep slope or cliff. What is a rift? A rift is a break that has formed in the Earth's crust as a result of movement of the tectonic plates. So let's look at the yellow part. Escarpment, steep slope. Rift, break as a result of movement. Okay. So now let's take a look at what we're looking at. We are going to look at a region that's known as the Sub-Saharan Africa. The term Sub-Sahara refers to the part of Africa south of the Sahara Desert. Sub-Saharan Africa is the vast region spanning nearly 9.5 million square miles. It includes 48 countries. How many countries? 48. Okay, so let's take a little look here. So the physical geography, the eastern coast is also marked by a peninsula known as the Horn of Africa. The region's southernmost point is Cape of Agulhas. There, the Indian and Atlantic Ocean meets. So we'll take a look at the map quick. Although I didn't give you any of the map questions, we'll still do a quick peek. What are plateaus? There's 3 different types of things you need to know. Plateaus, mountains, and rifts. So let's look first at the plateaus. The interior of the Sub-Sahara is marked by many landforms. The most predominant type is the plateau. These steep slopes are known as escarpments. In places, the slopes are so steep that there are cliffs. Along the southern edge of the Southern Africa Plateau, there is a series of steps. Each step is separated by a level plain or platform. The largest of these areas is Great Karoo. So what is the largest of the steps? The Great Karoo. Okay, the Ethiopian Plateau is located in Central East Africa. There's more words, but this is all I want you to remember, that it's located in Central East Africa. So what do you have in these plateaus? Because this question I'm not going to give you a lot of help in, but it's the steps, it's the steep slopes. So you all find that in the plateau, and you're going to have to answer that question on your own, so keep that in mind. Okay, so now let's take a look at mountains. Many of the region's highest peaks are located in eastern highlands. Where are the peaks? Eastern highlands. So your peaks are in your mountain areas. Africa's highest peak is Mount Kilimanjaro. It is considered part of the eastern highlands. It consists of 3 volcanic formed peaks, 2 of which are still active. So if you even could climb to the highest peak, you might see an active volcano, or you would see it. Your eyes might catch it. The Rwanda Mountains are located west of eastern highlands in Central Africa. Snow covers the range's tallest peaks throughout the year. Also of note, the Drakensberg Range. The Drakensberg Range is located along the southern coast. Like many of the mountain peaks in Africa, they are the product of volcanic activity. So these peaks, these mountain peaks, are coming from volcanoes. Okay, the East African Rift. What is a rift? Well, let's take a look. Another important landform in Sub-Saharan Africa is the East African Rift. A rift is a break that is formed in the Earth's crust as a result of the movement of plates. We learned that earlier. The East African Rift is part of a larger rift known as the Great Rift Valley. Now that should have been in yellow because that is one of your questions. What is the East African Rift a part of? The Great Rift Valley. The Great Rift Valley extends from Syria to the East African country of Mozambique. The East African Rift is constantly widening. What is it doing? It's widening. The movement of the tectonic plates have led to the formation of volcanoes. So the moving of the plates leads to volcanoes. Now here's the map we were going to look at. So where is this Sub-Saharan area? So it's below the Sahara Desert. So here's where we're looking at. All of this here is all south of the Sahara Desert. So we're coming down south. And all of these are the countries that make up Africa. In Nigeria, that's where I almost went. So there is that. There's Madagascar. So when you see the movie, you know where it is. Now this is interesting to note. Look over here. Here's your East African Rift that they talk about right there. There's the range that they're talking about is right here. So you can kind of start to see some of these things. Okay, so these were the questions. These are some pictures, just to look at some nice pictures. The Congo Forest, you might have heard of that. The Eastern Highlands, Victoria Falls, Madagascar. So now these are some of your questions that you would have had to answer, but instead I've got this for you. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let us start our questions. Time for you to write your answers. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Forget it. Trick, trick, trick. Your teacher tricked you. That's bio. Here we go. From the beginning. From the beginning again. Okay. Time to write your answers. I can help. So let's get ready to write our answers. By now you should have your paper. Your paper should be numbered WG 10-1. World Geography, Unit 10, Lesson 1. Okay, so let's get started. Number 1. A rift is a what? Number 2. An escarpment is what? There's a little bit of help for you. But I'm not giving you as much of an answer before. You can see the answers are right down here. Let's take a look at our next question. How many independent countries make up Sub-Saharan Africa? Don't forget, you know your answers were colored differently. I'm going to have to help you with that one mistake though. Okay, this one's a little tougher. Each step of the southern edge of Southern African Plateau is separated by steps with a level plain or platform. What is the largest of these areas called? This can help you out. The Ethiopian Plateau is located in... All right, you guys should be done that, so we're moving on. Question number 6, no picture, take your best guess. What is unusual about plateaus? We just looked at them. So we just said they had what? Did we say they had rifts, or did we say the plateaus had the escarpment and the steps? Take your best guess. Come on, guys, you have to have one you do totally by yourself. Number 7 and number 8. Many of the region's highest peaks are located where? Africa's highest peak is considered part of the East Highlands, and it consists of 3 volcanic formed peaks. What did we say was the name of the highest peak? Alrighty, moving on. Questions 9 and 10. Here we are at the end, guys, and it's only 8 minutes into the lesson. Where is Drakensberg Range located? Another important landform in Sub-Saharan Africa is the blank, which is part of the larger rift known as the blank. So here's where the little mistake was. So another important part of the Sub-Saharan Desert was the blank. The East African Rift is part of a larger rift known as the, and I am going to point out this one answer. This here should be in green or yellow, but it's not. Great Rift Valley. So that'll help you answer. This and this go together to answer that. And then this year, you guys are in luck because I don't see the other question here. So you can, this should have been a part of another question, but I guess it got erased. So it's your lucky day. Not even 10 minutes long. And you can stop. You did it. We are so excited that you did it. And here we go. Got something to show you. It's You Did It TV. Ooh, you did it, guys. Less than 10 minutes and you just took care of a whole lesson. Good job.